Winchester's Care Clinic today. My name's Kristen. I'll be your nurse today. First, could you verify your name and date of birth for me?
My name is Jane Doe, and I was born March 9th, 1985.
Okay, wonderful. And what would you like to be called today, Miss Doe?
You can call me Jane.
Okay, Jane. We'll be doing a health history today just to get some information so that we can help you out. This interview will be confidential, so we're not going to be sharing it with anybody. It's just for the clinic. This will take about 10 minutes to do, so if you need me to make any arrangements for you to be more comfortable, just let me know. Is there anything I can do right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, if you do think of something you need, just let me know. I'll be more than glad to make accommodations for you. So to start off, we'll be needing to get just some of your basic information and clarify that our documentation is correct. Are you still living at 4281 West Main Street?
No, I've actually moved since then.
Okay. Could you give me the new address?
I live at 310 Berkeley Street.
Okay. And is that in Winchester still?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Are you married at all?
No.
And do you have you been working?
I work in retail.
Okay. And how long have you been working there?
About 3 years.
Okay. And do you have any allergies, Shane?
I'm allergic to amoxicillin, morphine, and then your seasonal allergies.
Okay. What happens when you take amoxicillin?
I get hives all over my body.
Okay. And what about when you take morphine?
I have a weird reaction with it in my arm, so I don't.
Okay. So like your vein turns like a weird color or something? Was it during a surgery?
Yes.
Okay. And what with your allergies? Is it just like the normal like runny nose, stuffy head, stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you smoke at all?
Yes.
Okay. How many do you smoke a day?
About a half a pack.
Okay. And do you drink?
Yes.
Okay. How many drinks do you have in a week?
Probably 1 or 2 beers a week.
Okay. Thank you. Now, could you tell me a little bit about why you're here today at the clinic?
Well, I've been having this pain in my right side, and I thought I probably should come get it checked out since it's been so bad I've had to miss work the last couple days.
Okay. When did your abdominal pain start?
About a week ago.
Okay. And what were you doing when the pain began?
I was lifting some heavy boxes at work. Ever since then, it's been really hard for me to work. And I'm kind of worried about not working because it's kind of hard for me to meet ends.
No, that's understandable. I'm really sorry. I know that can be really stressful. Let me just ask you some more questions, get a little more information so that we can make you feel better. Has the pain gotten any better or worse, or is it still kind of the same?
It's gotten worse. Before it was kind of a dull pain, but now it's sharp and shooting.
Okay. Do you have any ideas what may be causing your abdominal pain?
A couple years ago, my mom had appendicitis, and I have some of the same symptoms too, and I was just kind of worried that if I do have it, I'm very afraid of surgery, so I just want to make sure that everything's okay.
Okay, yeah, that's understandable. Do you have had any other problems recently that might have been related at all to your abdominal pain?
Nothing that comes to mind, just mostly the pain.
Okay. What about any vomiting or nausea?
I've had both.
Okay. When's the last time you threw up?
Last night.
Okay, and it's just been kind of nausea ever since?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had any constipation or diarrhea?
Yes.
Okay. What about any dizziness at all?
I've been lightheaded, like when I stand up or I've been standing for too long. I kind of feel dizzy.
Okay. And when was the last time you urinated?
I haven't had the urge to go in about 12 hours.
Okay. And could you clarify what you mean by to go?
I haven't had the urge to pee.
Okay. What did you notice anything different about the color or the smell or anything last time you peed?
It was a very, very dark yellow.
Okay. Have you had a fever at all?
Yes.
And what was the temperature when last time you took it?
100.2.
Okay. I noticed that you're holding your stomach. Are you in a lot of pain?
Yes. It hurts to move or even just sit upright.
Okay. I can see how that's understandable. I know that when you're working, you said you were lifting. heavy boxes, so that must make it really hard to do work or anything. So if you're on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is absolutely no pain at all, and 10 is the worst pain you've ever felt in your life, what would you rate your pain?
At the moment, about a 6, but if I'm doing something, sometimes it's more.
Okay. And could you describe that pain for me?
It kind of feels like someo's cutting me open with a knife.
Okay. So is it more like of a slow stabbing pain, or is it kind of like an achy pain?
Kind of just a shooting, very
Okay.
intense pain.
Okay. And is it always in the same place?
Yeah.
Okay. So where in your abdomen does it hurt?
More on the right side, like right here.
Okay. Is it only in that spot, or does it kind of radiate out more?
Well, my whole stomach feels horrible, but I'd say just mostly in this one spot.
Okay. Is there anything that makes your pain better at all?
When I lie down.
Okay. Is there anything that makes your pain worse?
When I move a lot, or if I'm trying to do something bending down, standing up, it upsets it.
Okay. And have you been doing anything to treat your pain?
I've been taking ibuprofen, hoping that would help with some of the pain, but it's just gotten to the point where I just can't take it anymore, and I just want to make sure nothing is seriously wrong.
Okay, yeah, we definitely want to check it out. So basically, overall, what I'm understanding is that you're having severe abdominal pain that's on your right side that began about a week ago. It's become worse ever since then, so that you can't work, and you think that it might be appendicitis. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I think I have enough information for now. I'll take it to your doctor so he can review it. Do you have any other questions or concerns?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and take the information to him.